Hey everybody, I'm here to talk about LCM, which stands for least or lowest common multiple. It is in 4.OA.4, and if you would please just watch the video through once first and listen and learn, and then the second time grab your math notebook and pause it as you need to make sure you copy these notes into your notebook. Alrighty, here we go. First thing we always do is we head our notebook paper with the topic we are studying. So we're going to label it 4.OA.4 LCM. Okay, and the first thing we need to include is the definition for LCM, which is least or lowest, there's a T missing, common multiple. So sometimes they call it the least common multiple, sometimes they call it the lowest. It means the same thing, and that is the smallest multiple that two or more numbers both have. Okay, and this is going to make more sense here as I show you an example. So the first example we're going to do is what is the LCM, or least common multiple, of 2 and 3? So when you have a question like that, the best way to handle it is to go ahead and pull the numbers out of the word problem just like this and start to list their multiples. So I'm just going to go ahead and list the first few multiples of 2 here. So 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, and so forth. And then I'm going to do that for 3. Oop. Okay, and you could go on if you needed to. Once you have, like, I would say the first 5 or 6 multiples for each number listed, you're going to stop. And what you're looking for is the lowest or smallest number that they both have as a multiple. So when I look here, I see, and these two count because this is times 1. So I keep going down my list, and when I see the 6 here, I find that they both have a 6 in their list of multiples. It's the smallest number they both have in common, so I know that 6 is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. That's all you do for finding this. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try what is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 5. So if you want to just pause the video, give it a shot, and then start the video back up and see if our answers match. That would be awesome. The first thing, again, that I think you should do is pull the numbers out of the problem. So 2 and 5. Go ahead and list the first 5 or 6 multiples of each number. So, okay, and then I'm going to list for 5. Okay, and now I'm going to stop and I'm going to look for the smallest number that they both have in common. So I see here, no, but then when I see a 10 here, I also see the 10 here. So that is the lowest number on their list of multiples that they both have. So I know that the least common multiple of 2 and 5 is 10. Okay, one thing that I will just mention is sometimes when they give us these problems, they'll give us a number where it's actually the number itself. The first one is the lowest common multiple. So make sure when you're listing your multiples, you start with times 1 the number, times 2 the number, include times 1 the number, because sometimes it is the very first number that they have in common. That's one thing that sometimes throws people off. The next thing I wanted to do was just look at a word problem that may have multiples in it. So here's an example. Lydia picked some flowers. She said she picked more than 20 flowers, but less than 40 flowers. The number of flowers Lydia picked is a multiple of 3. List at least 3 numbers that could be the number of flowers Lydia picked. Okay, so the first thing I see is that it says it is a multiple of 3. So I'm going to pull 3 out of the word problem because I know I need to figure out the multiples. It says that it's going to be more than 20 and less than 40. So I know I need to start with the number 20 and I can't go higher than 40. So I'm just going to kind of put that above. When I look at 20, I say, well, 3 doesn't fit into 20. I think about what is the closest number that 3 can get to 20 without going underneath. So I think of 3 times 7 being 21. That would be more than 20. So I'm going to start with 21, which is actually 3 times 7 equals 21. So now I'm going to think about 3 times 8, 24, times 9, 27, times 10, 30, times 11, 33, times 12, 36, and if I think about 13 times 3, I would have to do it out. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. That is 39, so I can include that. I know that also because I could have just added 3 to the 36 and known that that would have gotten me up here to 39. So I can't go over 40, so I have to stop. So these were kind of like the parameters or the edges for this problem. So I had to think between 20 and 40, the multiples of 3. They are 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36, and 39. Now I'm going to go back to the word problem itself. It said the number of flowers Lydia picked is a multiple of 3. Got that. List at least 3 numbers that could be the number of flowers Lydia picked. So really it's saying that I could just pick any of these 3 numbers, any of these 3 multiples would answer that question. So I might just go ahead and do 21, 24, and 27. Of course, you could have picked any 3, and if it was multiple choice, that would have given us a little bit more to go on. So this is just an example of a word problem that you may use finding multiples with. Just look for whatever the parameters are, what numbers you need to find in between. Look at the number you're going to be doing multiples for. Start with finding out the closest you can get to it, and go all the way up to the closest you can get to the end number. And that's it. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and we will be practicing this more in class, and I will see you soon. Bye.